It's time for another episode of the Southside of the Wall. It's your boy, Jay Targaryen, aka Justin Lee. But fuck it, I'm just Jay Targaryen right now. Gotta give a special thanks to Lord Ray Martell putting this shit together, getting your boys on YouTube for the first time. Let's fucking go, Lord Ray. Thank you. Thank you.
No problem, no problem. This is a pleasure, an honor.
I do regret for another fucking week, the Italian Bull is back with us now. Your Grace. The king in other realms, but he's Lord Mac today. Mac, how you feeling, G?
I'm feeling good, man.
It's fucking o'clock in the morning on my off day. Thank you, Ray.
I love
appreciate
you, man.
the hard work, gentlemen.
I appreciate the work too. I appreciate it.
I love it.
Yeah,
man.
this is fucking awesome. The man I'm trying to vote off the island is still giving me fucking quality work. That's the beauty of this show, bro. It's fucking excellent. Hold on, that's my fucking job to ask people what they're gonna have. You stay in your fucking lane.
What's going on in Game of Thrones in the series?
We got a show for y'all today. Yeah. And I still wanted to fucking vote Bull off the island. I'm telling y'all, before we went live, I kicked this man out the studio damn near 7 times. And here we are back again with him on my screen and your screen too. This is the South Side of the Wall. Let's take a little bit of attendance. We got Lord Ray Martell in the building. The before mentioned, the Chicago Italian Bull, and we got your Grace King back. Now, I want to open up. I know we're supposed to be recapping episode 6 and 7 today from season 2, but I like thinking about the past. Let's go back in time, and I want to ask you. Let's go around the board. Let's start off with Mac since he's the first one. Mac, who was your favorite pick from your draft that we had?
That would have to be Arya Stark.
We all love Arya. Everybody loves Arya. We watched her grow up, and then the producers shot on us in season 8 and made us have to revisit something that we never wanted to see again.
What are you talking about?
You know what I'm talking about. I don't want to.
I'm asking you, what are you talking about? Like, I mean, we're on the podcast. You might as well go.
Don't want to talk about it.
All
They
right.
made her feel like she was my little kid, and I had to watch her with this fucking other little kid grow up and then do adult shit. I don't like it. Right.
It's painful.
I don't like it.
Hurtful.
They made me watch it, and I don't want to watch it.
Terrible situation.
So that's that.
But that's my favorite pick, and she's a killer. Absolutely.
Yep.
Bull, unmute your mic, buddy.
No, I fucking muted Bull.
No, you didn't. Bull, who was your favorite pick, big guy?
That would be Daemon of House Targaryen.
Oh, wow.
Why?
Oh, you went there. Wow.
Why? Well,
To rub his face in it.
why is, I mean, he's my leader. He's a dragon rider. You know, I think you'll see a lot of him here in season 2, House of the Dragon. So, yeah, just, you know, you don't even know the depths.
I mean, to be honest with you, Bull, I love the pick that you had with Daemon Targaryen. Now, let me ask you, who do you think won in the sword fight, Daemon or Arya Stark?
I would go with a more battle tested.
Yeah,
Daemon Targaryen.
What about
More
you, Ray?
Maybe she'll keep her tongue.
More battle tested than Arya.
Yeah.
Yeah, how many wars?
Look what he did in the fucking Stepstones, Matt.
Arya
Stepstones.
killed probably 100 people in one episode of
When he evaded that many arrows riding in on a motherfucking dragon.
When they was going against the Night King, she probably killed like 100
Yeah, that
people.
was sloppy writing. I don't really hold weight to that.
And she killed off an entire family.
She did. And props to that. Thank you, Arya. Yes.
And she killed.
You just said pick one or the other. I'm going with
Ray Martell. Give me the girl name who was helping train Arya Stark. She killed her.
Fuck if I know her name.
But you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
She even scared my man who Ray likes.
Jagan Hagar.
Yeah.
Who is my pick from this?
Yeah.
That's my favorite pick because he's awesome.
She let him live, vice versa.
Yeah, the girl has a name, and that name is Arya Stark.
Arya Stark. No hating on her. I mean, I represent the North, so Arya Stark is a good pick.
Yeah.
But Daemon Targaryen, when you add the dragon riding element, and it's just in the mind of building, war zones against people. Shit, it's gonna be dope. With dragons, war games with fucking dragons. You haven't really seen that.
You know what's gonna suck, Bull? It's the fact that you believe all of that's gonna happen in season 2, and none of it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Why? The dance of the dragons is not gonna happen.
Because they're gonna fuck with you and then fuck with you and fuck with you some more.
It's the dance of the dragons, bro. I mean, it's kind of.
Bro. It's not gonna happen. You know what's gonna happen? It's gonna be a whole lot of sitting around rooms drinking.
Do you remember how it ended?
Bro, they're gonna end that shit in the first episode when they come back, and it's gonna be a fucking 3-episode run of them just sitting around with chalices. Fucking
no, that shit's the whole season, man.
It's not, bro. Don't believe it. Don't get your fucking hopes up, boy. I'm trying.
I
think low-key.
I'm gonna trust you on this one.
Do that.
My favorite pick. I just had the draft board up because I had to take another peek, but it was Samwell Tarly. I think I got good value as an advisor.
I like Samwell. I think we all like Samwell. Samwell is he's loyal. He's very intelligent. He's portly, but at the same time, he's strong.
So you're not gonna call him fat. You'd rather say portly.
I mean, portly is a word to use when someone is rotund.
Yeah. So you gonna say rotund? You're not gonna call him fat.
Portly, rotund, and round shaped. Yes.
So Samwell Tarly is fat and smart, and in Game of Thrones, I rank intelligence higher than sword wielding. And when you got a guy like Samwell Tarly, who you ain't gonna put a fucking sword in his hand, you're not gonna put an axe in his hand, but you will put a book in his hand, and that book can save thousands of lives.
He killed the White Walker.
Come on,
he
man.
did.
That was
almost on accident, though.
Yeah, I was gonna say he killed him on accident, man.
Still though, he killed him though.
Okay.
This is what I don't understand. This is what I don't understand. Why do people like to try to take away stuff from other people, especially men, because they feel like that man ain't manly? Samwell Tarly is a manly man.
Oh, no. Hold on. Can I just stop you there? Hold on, just 1 second.
You're not going to stop me because you're going to let me finish.
Oh,
yeah. He took care of his family. Well, the family he created with that lady. He helped make sure that the people of Westeros survived, or basically the whole 7 kingdoms, with figuring out what needed to be done against the Night King. And then he also helped cure a man of a disease where nobody else would touch that dude. That take a lot of heart, take a lot of guts to even attempt that. Because if he had touched it, he would have been in the same position.
He took all the precautions. You're right.
It don't matter. He still took a chance.
Yeah,
he has grayscale.
Yeah,
grayscale.
The man was a man. We just don't see him as a man because he wasn't necessarily.
Well, what was the name of who did Samwell marry? Who did Samwell marry?
Gilly.
What was her name?
Gilly.
Okay. Because what I was talking about is like they were like Craster's Keep, and there were like White Walkers around or something. They were hiding, and Gilly said to like her friends, like, Sam has killed a White Walker, he'll protect us. And then the look on his face, that motherfucker was scared as shit, just like the women. So when you say a warrior like that, he grew to become one.
No, I didn't say he was a warrior. I said,
or not a warrior. What'd you say?
He did all that talking to be hard-headed, bull.
I said people try to act like he wasn't a man when he was, because
he did have a penis.
Technically a warrior.
Hold on, wait. Mac, you know who was more manly than Samwell Tarly?
What?
Well, that's a terrible pick, but punk ass Theon and Bran Stark.
Yeah.
Actually,
so that leads us to where we're going, Justin.
Actually, Theon wasn't more manly than Sam. But go ahead.
Theon was a bitch.
Yeah, Theon was an OG. We're going to Winterfell, and
bro, I told my wife earlier. I told this.
You said this man was an OG.
Bro, whole time I told my wife, I was like, this motherfucker said, "Oh, I was raised by the Starks. I'm going and Rob, I'm going to war with you." And then oh, hey, Dad. Hey, I'm back. Hey, you're a bitch. You ain't my son. I am. Well, can I please be your son again? Yeah, you can. Prove to me that you're Ironborn. He's like, I'll do it, and I'll take fucking Winterfell to do it. And then he goes to Winterfell, and then Bran is like, hey, what the fuck are you doing, Theon? Like, we're cool. He's like, no, we're not anymore. And blah 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 blah. It's just like the worst fucking goddamn. Like, I hated watching this shit, bro. It was fucking horrible. Like, it was stupid as fuck.
It was a terrible takeover.
That's how I saw the whole Theon fucking evolution. Like, we see him, he's a fucking Stark, then he's not, then he's a fucking Greyjoy, and his dad calls him a little fucking punk ass bitch. Then he goes back and says, I'm gonna take over the castle and I'm gonna overtake a little lord. Blah 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 blah. It was whack. That's he's whack.
And what was another point?
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was gonna say, like, another tipping point to that situation with Theon and Winterfell was when Sir Roderick came back and he got captured, and Theon had to make a choice. Am I gonna flex my muscle? Am I gonna show mercy to the people that that gave me shelter in a time where they could have ultimately killed me too? That when he decided to fucking execute Sir Roderick, that was when all hell broke loose, because now you seen a reckless, power-hungry young man who didn't have control of the situation. He wasn't thinking strategically. So,
and Roderick,
he couldn't even do that right, Jay.
Yeah,
but hold on, real quick. And what I thought, and I finally heard it this time. Roderick was like, you're truly lost now.
and
he
gone.
And Roderick said that before he killed him. Like, no, like Theon, like, you're truly fucking lost now. And it was like, wow, like that was a foreshadowing that I missed before I watched it the other day or yesterday or whatever. Fuck, you know what I mean? Like, he was like, yeah, you're truly lost. But yeah, Roderick got executed, and like you said, Theon couldn't even do that shit right.
Yeah, it took him like a few swings. He had to kick off his fucking head, man.
And that's disrespectful.
He had a thick neck, That's not easy.
Tell you the truth, though, what that taught me though is the Starks had some fighters, because dude was a fighter though, because
he was with the original Robert's Rebellion. He was part of the North and Ned's unit. So
yeah,
that's why Sir Roderick. So
Sir Roderick was was an outstanding knight.
That's why I think a throwback series to Robert's Rebellion.
He was
would
a
be
tough
fucking amazing.
They should do it. They should do. As a matter of fact, the House of Dragons should lead up to the Robert.
Yeah. I remember. It was fucking dope.
Yeah, but I just don't want to I don't want to oversaturate the shit, bro. I really don't.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
We got the House of Dragon, which is a prequel, and it should lead up to whatever. But it's like, if they do the Jon Snow show, and then it's just like, it's too much.
Fuck Jon Snow. Ain't no dragons involved with Jon
Snow. Where we're at right now, I think is pretty dope, because you're seeing a lot of shit transpire going forward with the arcs of these characters. But it's good to see early parts of it, because certain shit you didn't see, you see again, or you can see now watching it again. So, I mean, the way they flip-flop through everything, numbers are a big part in this episode.
Yeah,
sure.
Another thing about this episode that I like was Arya and Tywin. I really thought that our time in Harrenhal was well spent. It was a lot of character building, i.e. Tywin, i.e. Arya, and even when Littlefinger showed up, we started to see how Arya can understand the situation and move properly, because she didn't want her face to be seen. Y'all remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was a pretty intense moment on there. But she was very insightful. I said numbers a moment ago, but overhearing that the 20,000 men that Robb Stark had out there, and her ears perking up when Robb was brought up, because she's it's totally cut off. No cell phones and shit.
Yeah, and then when you look at the interactions between Arya and Tywin, It was like the cat and mouse game. She was trying to be intelligent enough to keep him off her trail as to who the fuck is she? Why is this girl very well read? So she kept her answers short but precise.
It showed her instincts as a faceless man.
Not only that, but it showed her tact and her attention to detail. That's what you gotta be when you're an assassin like Arya Stark.
Yeah.
Your venom gotta be potent. Your accuracy gotta be precise. You're not talking to a regular Lannister. You're talking to one of the most educated, well-read, the head of the household of the most richest family. You cannot slip up. You cannot. You don't have any margin for error conversing with that man.
She's
and
smart.
That goes for his family too. She's very intelligent, man.
Yeah, she's smart.
She's the smartest Stark ever.
Yeah, is she?
Yeah.
Is
she's
she
the smartest Stark
is
ever.
she? Is she?
Yeah.
You talking about Arya?
Arya Stark.
She's the smartest Stark ever.
Ever.
Okay, cool. So
I think Bran Stark has you there.
So
Bran's a fucking warg, bro.
You know what, man? I'm so tired of you with this 3-eyed Raven dude.
Come on, that's a superpower. Arya's a
Why he puts it?
How much more knowledgeable
Every
can you
week
be?
Bull is putting this guy at the top of every list. It has to stop. It has to.
No.
He set up the end for Arya for the kill, man. The greater the good.
You don't eat enough vegetables to like Bran Stark this much. You mean to tell me Bran Stark is the only vegetable you eat in your life?
Yeah, I love vegetables. Had some broccoli today.
Absolutely sick. Hey, and we're gonna go back to this pick right here. This is when Marjorie made her decision to go for the
Taylor
crown
Green,
too.
Marjorie Taylor Green?
No, Lady Marjorie. House Tyrell. You fucking idiot.
I know my ears park up every time I hear that bullshit.
By the way,
you like that, huh? You like that fucking frozen defrosted taco woman?
I agree with you, Matt.
Did you see her butterfly pull-ups?
Man, I don't get involved with
I agree
politics.
with you, Mac, 1,000% on that one. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
Viola Davis do look better than Lady Marjorie.
I don't.
Marjorie plays the game very well, though. Is she's coming off another a deceased
because Lord Baelish met with her right after Renly's services.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
Okay.
Not that.
And then you look down. What your hands doing? Show me your hands. Put your hands where I can see them, right?
I don't know what to do with my hands.
No, we brought her up because while Arya is playing cat and mouse with Tywin, Lady Marjorie is talking to Lord Baelish like, how am I gonna get to the crown and avenge Renly? And stop being a fake queen. She wants to be the real queen.
Yeah, and you know what? I wanted to talk about you talking about the cat and mouse game between Tywin and Arya. Tywin realized that Arya can read, and they had a back and forth about Tywin's dad, and he said like his dad was like weak and almost lost everything for the Lannisters, and he seems like he took it upon himself to keep the Lannister name strong, keep the Lannister name going, so on and so forth. I was like, wow, I didn't realize that he was really that forthcoming with Arya. You know what I'm saying? During that moment. So it was kind of good to kind of get reminded on how he and Arya had a, like I think Bull said it, a cat and mouse game. You know what I mean?
He brought the strength of his family back.
Yeah.
When you think about it, I mean that's why Jay Targaryen likes him, likes Tywin, but I also think he kind of destroyed his family too.
Yeah. I do have a question for Bull. Bull, I know you have a thing about wildlings.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure our next little.
I think Mac has a thing for wildlings.
I think our next little
wildlings.
We'll talk about your guy. Well, I think John is Mac's guy, but I think you like Ygritte. So
why didn't she die right there? Why?
Because John fell in love already.
Well, she was a little shifty.
No, he was a sucker for love already, bro.
Yeah, I think they made eye contact, and they just sometimes once the eyes hit that, I think that changed the tune a little bit.
He was a sucker for love, bro. I promise you, he was.
Yeah.
You know, by the time we got here, it was over with.
It was over with, man.
By the time John fucking spooned with Egret after he recaptured her because he failed to kill her, it was over with. He was already gone, like nose wide open. He was done. Motherfucker was so far gone that the actor who plays Jon Snow married the actress who plays Egret. He was gone.
They married
Yeah.
for real?
They're married in real
For
life.
real?
Yes.
Yeah.
They're married in real life. Yeah.
What?
Yes.
You mean to tell me he was
Yeah.
the big spoon for real?
He was the big spoon for real, bro. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. They met on the set and got married, fell in love, and married. They're still married to this day.
And you know what's crazy is what if like Sansa
married somebody too. I forget who.
What if Sansa married that man?
That would have been crazy. That fucking shit face.
Hey,
Yeah.
let me ask
Shit
you,
face.
Mac. Mac, you despise King Joffrey.
He's a shit face.
How did this scene?
He's not a king.
How did that scene make you feel? Did you feel satisfied after watching him get defiled in public, disrespected?
Absolutely.
Hey, what was really dope was our favorite character. I think the consensus that everybody loves, Tyrion, slapped the fuck out of him again in this episode.
Yeah.
That's what made it even more special. But what could have brought it over the top if somebody had walked up to him and smeared it in his face?
Yeah.
Even more special.
Yeah. Hey, Bull.
The fact that, and you know what? That's why that's one of the most underrated things about Tyrion is the slaps he gave Joffrey.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Hey, Bull.
Yeah.
Tyrion slapped the fuck out of Joffrey, and he said, "Oh look, hey, my hand didn't fall off my wrist, did it?" That shit was hilarious.
Yeah, man, he beat the shit out of that boy. I loved it. He needed it too. He was making bad decisions.
Justin, that's a funny ass picture.
Carrying his whole ass back to the
Kill them
Red
all. Kill them all. I want them all.
If Joffrey was your nephew, you'd smack him too.
Yeah, he got smacked around a little bit for sure. Yeah.
And he called him an idiot or a fool or something.
Yeah. He called him. No, he said we've had idiot kings and we've had
mad kings.
Something, but I don't think we've ever had a bad idiot king or some shit. Like put the two together and shit. Like,
hey, that smack was great, but what was even better for me was when my man the Hound went to work on those two dudes who was trying to rape Sansa. That was beautiful.
Oh wait, no, I think the best thing. One thing though, one of the best things that he told the king was that he was a vicious idiot.
They could have got ugly.
That could have got ugly, man.
That's what it was, a vicious idiot.
A vicious motherfucking idiot. Yeah, and he almost got there. Yeah.
That definitely could have got ugly.
Thank you.
If it wasn't for the Hound,
Big Dog saved the day, Mac. Big Dog saved the day.
Yeah. That's when I knew.
What was go ahead, Mac. I mean, go ahead, Mac.
That's when I knew that the Hound had some type of integrity a little bit there. You know what I mean? Like you can see bits and pieces. Here's the funny thing, and Bull brought it up. You see the arc kind of these characters, and this way you can see the Hound has some type of,
affinity.
Where he has some type of, in him where he's willing to look out for the weak. Like he's not like his brother. This way you see the contrast really between him and his brother, because you can see there's
some sort of empathy.
The Hound ain't weak, you know what I mean? Because he was
he revolts from the crown is what he does, is revolts from the crown, right?
Yeah.
He let you know they're bullshit.
He was trying to school Sansa the whole time, though. If you think about it, he been trying to school her a little bit the whole time.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
So I that's when I started kind of liking the Hound. At first, I really didn't get his character, but then around this point, I started getting who he was as a character even more. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay, this dude is different. You know what I mean? I thought he was just a strong idiot with a sword, but it turns out he has a whole, it's a whole understory.
Yeah.
You know what I
And
mean?
it's crazy because when you look at a guy like the Hound, he's short. He's short with his words, stern, but it seemed like he got some type of principle. Like his duty goes beyond defying the crown. Like
Duty.
like Mac, he'd defy the crown and still like give Sansa game on how to walk as a queen.
You said duty.
As a project herself as a queen, clean herself up. You know what I'm saying? That's the deeper character. Is he's loyal to the crown, but he ain't finna let it control his morals.
Exactly.
And that's a big key to his character. I love the Hound from
Yeah,
that.
he's a good dude, man. When you really think about it, he's a solid.
He
dude.
ain't nothing but a hound dog.
But
It's just like people in politics. Like people are letting politics control their morality now, which is kind of fucked up.
That's why I don't do politics. I don't talk to nobody about politics. I don't.
Ron DeSantis better be president.
I don't care anything about anybody's fucking politics. Kiss my ass.
Ted Cruz.
I served this goddamn country for 21 years.
Vote cock.
And I give a fuck about any of it.
Oh, you retired, man.
Huh?
You retired, man.
Yeah, I retired. Yeah. But all I'm saying is, huh? You knew that already, Max. Stop it.
No, I didn't know you retired, bro.
Yeah, I retired from the Army. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Right. Yeah.
So anyway,
congratulations on your retirement too. That's pretty cool.
That was like 7 years ago, but thank you.
Yeah, but hey,
still
Ray,
pretty dope.
They loved your segment on the blackout, bro.
I know. Yeah, I know. I felt the love from you guys on that show, and I appreciate y'all having me on there. But
I can't wait to have Mac on there because I'm gonna have to be jumping in front of grenades for my boy Gonzo.
Yeah.
No, I ain't got.
No, Mac, I'm gonna bring you on. I'm gonna bring you on at the day Andrew Vaughn go 0 for 5.
There you go. That'll be a good one. Let's keep it going, man. But, let's keep it going. We had we did have Danny Targaryen.
I hate that nigga, bro.
Man,
I hate him.
Why do you hate what's my man's name? He has a name, bro.
Didn't he play Biggie Smalls in that movie?
Yeah. Zaza.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Like he makes me sick to my stomach.
Why? He saw something he wanted and he tried to get it.
No. You see, Kool-Aid right here, he be thinking he's slick. The man always starts.
Why you keep calling that man Kool-Aid, man?
I have nothing. I started with nothing. I came to this country with nothing. I slept by the docks of the boats. Like, ain't nobody trying to hear that, bro. How did you get to where you at from there to now? You don't answer the question. You just keep talking in riddles, Kool-Aid. I want the answers, Kool-Aid.
He was running hella game.
No. At the end of episode 6, Ray, he had my queen asking a question.
Yeah, but at the same time, she told the Spice King, like, I'm no ordinary woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you believe her, Italian bull, when she say stuff like that?
Of course she's no ordinary woman.
Expound, dummy.
I mean, she is the mother of dragons, the Khaleesi. Those are two integral roles that should have never gone together, but they have. Slowly getting bigger. Now she has an army, 2 armies. So,
well, the Spice King told her.
Oh, not yet, but
you could tell me all this bullshit, so on and so forth.
It's like a big snowball. It's a snowball of power. You gotta fucking love to see it.
But the Spice King was like, "Look here, man. You can tell me all that bullshit, but what can you really truly give me? Because I deal in logic."
You mean in privileged men expecting shit?
The man says she got 3 dragons the size of house cats, bull.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were a little too young, but 3 in power together. Look what happens. Fire.
So, at the end of episode 6, Mac, when.
Oh, real quick, before we end
Yeah.
it, it was another important little part I wanted to talk about. As much as we hate Caitlin Stark, she finally gave some good advice to her son Rob in episode 6.
What did he say? Don't marry. What did she say? Don't marry that girl.
She said, I see you looking at her and everything like that, but we made arrangements and you are betrothed to someone else. And he's like, I know, mother, so on and so forth. But at least she tried. You know, I'll give her credit enough.
I would have had the doctor lady as a side. Like,
he ain't listen.
No, I'm just saying, like, no, he didn't listen. But at the same time, like, we dog her, you know, for a good reason on the show. Like, we call her cunning.
A man will violate all his principles for a woman.
For what?
For a woman at the right time. Sadly, but it's true.
What qualifies as
the
right time?
A young man will. An older man won't. Man who's been through the fucking
older man in his mind. You got.
I'm saying. When I say
what is this?
When I say an older man, I'm talking about a man who has been through it, who's done the shit that a lot of young men are still doing and know the repercussions for actions and decisions. Yeah. Won't make the same one twice. And that's all I'm saying.
A man will violate all his principles, morals, and integrity.
That's not true. Stop saying that, because a young man that hasn't been through it, yes.
No,
a man.
I'm not even talking about age.
No, I'm saying young in the mind, young in the
you
experience.
You mean Ja Warrant?
Young in the experience. If you haven't been through shit, you'll make mistakes like that, and you'll make the mistakes over and over and over again. But at the same time, there are men that have been through shit, who's done shit, who's hurt people, who would never hurt anybody again.
That's true.
I can't believe this, bro.
Yeah. What can't you believe, bro?
You people fucking destroyed my podcast. Like, we were talking about Rob Stark disobeying his mother's words just because this woman was beautiful, fresh, and new. He knew that this foreign lady was going to look better than any woman he was betrothed to from Mount Moat Kalen.
Who is that?
Mac is absolutely right. Rob Stark disobeyed his mother, he disobeyed his principles, and he disobeyed good counsel for some pussy.
That's not the point. My point, he did do it, but Rob is fucking what, 28 right now? He's 20 years old with all the power in the world in the North, so on and so forth.
He just got the. He's gonna make Winterfell. Don't say the world.
He's gonna make mistakes. He's gonna do things that are kind of like, what are you doing, so on and so forth. Impulsive ass little young man. All I'm trying to tell you is that when you say men will do blah 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 blah, men is very fucking absolute. That means that everybody here, all the other men in the world, all do.
Let me ask you a question, Ray. Let me ask you a question. Are we men?
We are men, but we're not
all four of us.
Men.
So we are absolute.
No, we're not. No, because I don't do the same things you do. I hate cats. You like cats. We're not the same.
I do podcasts.
Right.
You do podcasts.
Right. But I'm not. Whatever. I've accepted.
We're just worried about what we got in common.
Like we're different guys. Like, I've accepted that I'm bald. Bull hasn't. Mac and Mac and I argue about some shit that we're not even gonna get into it because we're not the same. So and we don't really argue. We just have a tip for tat. So what I'm saying is, as men, we don't go we can't use absolutes when we're talking about certain subjects, because there's a lot of men, such as myself, who was a fucking dog, who was a terrible ass man, who was a person who didn't give a fuck about nobody else's feelings but myself. And I learned that I hurt people, and I would never do it again. You know what I mean? I would never turn my back on my woman for another woman.
You know what, Ray?
Any situation. Never.
Ray.
You know what it really boils down to? Selfishness. One word.
No, I agree. but it also grows into experience. Helps fucking nourish your fucking way how you go about life, man.
I don't necessarily think you need experience to not be selfish. I don't.
Can somebody pack me up? Can somebody please just pack me up?
Yeah,
Yeah,
pack me up too, man.
Hey,
All right.
Justin, can I before you go?
I
Can I
couldn't
ask you a
wait.
question?
I couldn't fucking wait.
Because
we still got to get through episode 7.
You're gonna take Bull and just throw him out the fucking.
He asked for it. Now look,
guys, stop it. This is ridiculous.
Go ahead, episode 7.
Go ahead, Justin. You're right.
I just want to say
that's for you.
They stole her dragons.
We just talked about Daenerys asking for her dragons. Now let's go over.
They stole them.
Yeah, they stole them and they took them into the House of the Undying from old Caillou got them. But we're gonna talk about that a little bit later. We're gonna talk about another interaction between a man and a woman. Wait, hold on. Where is it? Give me some time.
Well,
don't try to skip over. Don't try to skip over that because your man was tied up.
Yeah. All right. Well, this is when Alton Lannister came, and he delivered the news.
Who? Alton Lannister?
Alton Lannister. Are you deaf?
Elton John? What? Like in Elton?
Then his own blood killed him. The guy that you like.
Yeah, well, Jamie deserved to kill him. I mean, he needed to kill him.
What a slimy dude.
Mac, what's your issue with Jamie?
Number 1, he sleeps with his sister.
She's beautiful.
Number 2, he's slimy. Number 3, he pushed the kid out the window. I should say grimy. That's better.
I like grimy. Grimy. He's a grimy ass dude. Yeah.
And he pushed the kid out the window because he was screwing his sister.
Why people came out and they
happened to be a married woman, so that's slimy and grimy. Can't get no worse than that.
She's a beautiful woman.
Who cares?
Jamie does.
Should have some respect. And I'm tired of everybody overrating this guy as a fighter. When he lost to a young dude in battle, got taken, and then eventually get his hand chopped off. So it is what it is. And not only that, he seemed to can't do nothing right because he always chasing his sister.
She's a beautiful woman.
It reminds me kind of a less coked out Donald Trump Jr.
What they got to do with anything?
So
it reminds me of him.
Bull, how did Jamie kill this guy?
I don't remember.
He used both of his fists. He enclosed his fist and he bashed his skull in like a club. What happened after he bashed his skull in like a club?
The brains came out.
No, this guard came in. This guard down here, and Jamie continues his onslaught. He strangles the guard. Why is this important, Bull?
So he could prestige and get a drop kit or something.
No, because that guard was this guy's son. Who is this guy, Bull?
Oh, that's the Stark man.
Lord Karstark.
Karstark? Yeah, no, that's not like, Karstark. Oh, no, it is Karstark. Yeah,
it's Rickard Karstark or something like that.
Yeah. So he's going into camp to avenge his son who was slain by the Lannister, who got to be kept alive by the Starks, by Cutland and them. What do you do, Mac? Put yourself in Lord Karstark's shoes. How would you go about handling Jamie?
He has to die.
I think you have to understand, and Ray can speak to this better than me, but you have to understand rank when you're in war. Because I think rank sort of what keeps discipline, but Ray can explain that better than I can. So he has to listen to his superior, which in this time was the Stark. and he has to look at the bigger picture. He's just thinking about himself, which I think in war you can't just think about yourself. You know what I mean? You have to think about. You have to think about the bigger picture. So he had to put his feelings to the side. You know what I mean? In that instance, you know, it's the way it is. He pledged his fealty to them, so he got to listen to the stars. It's as simple as that. It's like when you make a covenant. This is a problem with people these days. When you make a covenant,
Here we
make
go.
a covenant.
Here we go.
You got to stick to that covenant. Can't break that covenant. That's just the truth. And he made a covenant with the stars, so you got to stick to that. You got to honor it. The way it is.
I mean, I agree with Mac. Like, even though, like, he got this close. Like, he had Jaime Lannister within grasp. He could have just fucking ended him right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, he had it right there.
And Jaime went on to go back King's Landing and get a golden hand.
Ray Love said that.
Okay. Bull, I'm gonna ask you one question, and this is the last question of the night for me to you.
Okay.
Are you ready? What's her name?
I think that's one of the favorite people, man.
This bitch. Fucking something with a Q, right?
I wish we could find out for sure, but I think that's one of
it's Quaithe.
Quaithe is
Quaithe is very disappointing because you'd think she has such a bigger role, and the bitch just fell off.
Well, I mean, have you seen the front of her body? Like, look at right here. Like, it looked like she got some bigger roles in the front.
I don't know, man. I think that was the first transgendered character.
You think so?
Yeah.
So, in this scene,
can't we just go with that's a faceless person? I think.
No, I think. Well, they're a faceless person.
Would you say non-binary?
No, I think she's part
They're
of the
technically a red
She's
priest. A red priest,
she's
aren't
part
they?
of the faceless man.
So
I think.
would you say Quaithe is non-binary, man?
Red priests are different than faceless men, man.
Let me say this: I don't know all these terms. Whatever you throwing out, I don't know.
Well, no, it's not a term.
I don't
it's
know
two
why
different
you keep
tribes.
trying to come question me with these terms or whatever you got going on. I don't know. And I don't
What the fuck is this?
None of that. I only know.
So what do we call it? We referencing Quaithe as a she unanimously, right?
We'll call them a they. Cool.
I'm not calling one person they.
I don't know what you want to say.
They're intriguing.
Stop coming at me with all these different terms and all that.
What are you talking about, Mac?
Hey, look here. You're using these big ass words, and I'm taking them as disrespect.
Anyway, the only reason
I'm not being draconian.
Hold on, Bull. The only reason why Jagan Hagar is even talking to her is because Daenerys had a fucking fit.
Jagan never talked to her.
She did. He did.
No, Jagan Hagar had never talked to her.
No,
you didn't watch episode 7?
Jagan Hagar never spoke to her.
So they're on different continents.
Jagan Hagar never spoke.
They're on different continents, bro.
I mean, Jorah Mormont, come on, man.
I'm trying to get you to.
So for all the people out there,
he only repeated it 12 times.
Jorah was talking to Quaithe.
It helped him with his memory, man.
Sent him to find the dragons, and that's when we later find out the dragons are in the house of the Undying. But Mac, this scene kind of freaked me out a little bit.
Why freaked you out?
Because I didn't see it coming at all.
Magic.
You don't understand that there are multiple people who look like other people. There's cloning in Westeros.
No, I understand that, but I'm telling you, me, Jay Targaryen, did not see that coming.
Yeah, it was kind of freaky, actually. I ain't gonna hold you.
I'm talking about the whole 13th executed. It was like
all of them.
Prequel of the Red Wedding.
What's his name? Patty Pat.
Patty Pat. What's that guy's
name? Paya Tai.
Payat Pre.
Payet Pri.
I'm talking about, look, everybody just got their throat slit.
All of
Everybody, that's why I
13.
called him old Caillou. He looked like Caillou when he like 60, 70.
Payet Pri.
I mean, all it really is
cunning, mother of dragons. We glad to have you in the house of the undying.
I'm gonna be honest, all them people was weird though. We're being real.
Yeah. Hey,
everybody in that little town.
Bull.
They're all religious and
especially
shit.
Kool-Aid fat ass.
They got weird religions.
Yeah. It's always some
Hey Mac, let me ask you, how did you feel about this scene right here when Cersei was talking to Sansa about being able to, now give Joffrey a son?
Oh, it's
actually
so
when I seen that picture, I ain't realized how big her head was. Talking about Cersei. Her head almost bigger than mine. God,
hey, you had to slide that in, huh, Mac? Let's see.
She got a huge biscuit. Ridiculous.
But that was, I think,
she was always trying to manipulate Sansa. I ain't like that.
Hey, Cersei is a mean girl.
She's
know what mean girl means?
That's Lindsay Lohan you're thinking of.
You talking about Regina George?
Right. So they wear pink on Wednesdays and they manipulate people.
Yeah.
So that's
all.
Well,
yeah, think like how many pure blood Lannisters are going to be on the throne?
There isn't any pure blood. There's no such thing as that.
Yeah. So like this would be the only chance. Like, when's the next time somebody's having a kid? Like this would be
Marcella's for the die because they just sent her away in episode 6.
Yep.
She went to Dorne.
Pretty soon we're
going to move way ahead, right?
No.
She's gonna be experiencing a lot.
Okay.
The house of
Marcella away. They sent her away in episode 6. Season 2, episode 6.
She's at House Martell.
Yeah, she's gone to Dorne. She's down there with the
Martells.
How many babies Tommen having?
Sipping wine.
Tommen. Well, if he, let's just say he was somewhat like Aemon Targaryen, and he would go into the window and tug one out. Had Tommen done that, the probability of somebody getting pregnant on the ground was probably less than like 1%. So no kids for him. Yeah, Tommen's done. So anyway, what else is on episode 7? I don't remember. Help me out. Bull. Episode 7.
That was about it, man. They went around the wall a little bit.
Episode 7 sucked. I just want to say that. It was a fucking
terrible. Yeah, some of them get a little stale.
It's actually good. We covered both of them today.
Yeah, because episode 7 was boring as fuck. Episode 8 was probably the best episode of the season.
It's gonna start getting lit here, though.
Stop putting this ugly woman on my screen, please.
Oh, that's Justin's girl, man.
Yeah, he loves.
How does Asia feel about that?
Hey, so hey,
Get
Justin.
Screen, dog.
Hey, Justin.
Yeah.
The other thing I wanted to talk about as far as like in this episode, there was one thing that happened. Rob said, fuck it, man. We're doing this thing. I love you. Let's do it. We're going to find a weird tree and we're going to get this thing done. Remember that?
Yeah, they got married.
Yeah. Rob got married.
Therefore signing their own death certificate.
Yeah.
Biggest mistake he ever made.
It was inevitable.
Well, Starks are really stupid. So I mean, he deserves it.
And then when you initially
unloyal, untrustworthy.
Initially, when you really think about like what Littlefinger said about them, it's like, holy shit, they are. They're strong-willed, small brains, or strong fighters, small brains. Like, yeah, like this. I like you. Let's go get married. I don't care. Like, come on.
Yeah, I think it kind of changed with Sansa and
there were but Sansa and Bran and Arya all had to go through so fucking much outside of Winterfell to understand that. All the other Starks was in Winterfell, raised up there, and was fucking coddled to believe they were something other than what they are, which was dummies. Yeah.
Stupid.
Wow,
Real
I
stupid.
didn't know we was gonna disrespect the Starks.
Stugats.
Yeah, I used to love the Starks, but you know, thinking about it more and more and more, it's like these guys, you know, Arya, Sansa, Bran, everybody who
Hey,
got
I
away,
don't know.
everybody who
His
got
views
away, everybody who got away from Winterfell became better people than the ones that stayed in Winterfell.
I don't know who need to give you the news, but the Martells ain't too bright.
Hey man, yeah, man. Hey, the Martells, they once again, they didn't give a fuck about no king. They didn't give a fuck about none of that shit. They were them who they were.
Yeah.
Right?
A king
You
or a
know,
queen.
The
And my
Martell
man
was
was
good.
dancing around and got his skull crushed in.
before we
Yeah,
get
well,
out of
you
here,
know.
I just want to say I did actually enjoy episode 7, and it was because of this conversation between Jamie and
Not to
Lady
mention,
Stark.
I hate to bring it up, but the Martells,
Is he
you
still
know,
doing the news? He's still doing the news.
a lot of sugar in the tank, I think, or something like that. You know,
I think you've seen the real ignorance of Jamie Lannister in this
yeah, this
excerpt
episode,
right
yeah,
here.
this part right here, you're absolutely right, Justin. I agree with you.
Yeah, he was real ignorant in here because he was still thinking that Jon
where was
Snow.
Jamie not ignorant? When?
Well, Mac, as me, I like Jamie Lannister. He's one of my favorite characters. I never
I
spoke.
know you like
Hey,
him because
Justin.
you like him just because he's doing what he's doing with his
Hey,
sister.
Justin, he was a product of dyslexia. Did you remember that?
No.
Tywin told Arya that
Oh
Tywin
yeah, because
told,
he
he
read the
said
words
he read the
backwards.
words backwards. Yeah, so his dad took 4 hours every day to try to teach him how to read, and he did because he had dyslexia.
Who cares? He was a cunt.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, you from this scene, you're absolutely right, Bull. Like he's telling a false narrative to Lady Stark about her late husband, just so he could seem facetious, so he could seem cunning, when in fact he's lying to a lady's face about a truth that he's ignorantly spewing out. So that, like Mac, like I said, like that,
I can dig it.
He's one of my favorite characters. Don't get me wrong, but I've never spoke on his ignorance as much as I would in this episode because it was blatant right here. Especially when he was speaking on behalf of Jon
he's a
Snow.
dummy. He's a dummy.
Yeah.
He's a dumb jock, is what he is.
Wait, who's the dumb jock? Tywin?
No, not Tywin. Fucking Jamie. Jamie's a dumb
Oh,
jock.
Jamie. Yes, dumb jock.
He's a spoiled dumb jock, which are the worst.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Spoiled dumb jocks are the worst people on the earth. They're the most ignorant, non-self-aware people ever.
Yeah, we're seeing that, aren't we?
Yeah. And not for nothing, we're gonna go ahead and on that season 2, episode 8 recap next week. That's when the show really takes off. And matter of fact, in my opinion, the show takes off from season 2, episode 8, and carries that same fucking fire throughout the seasons until we get to episode. Until we get to season 8. Like it really picks up on the next episode, and then it just becomes like the greatest show ever, straight up.
Yeah,
And that's just how I see it. Before we go, Bull, I just want you to know that I'll be sending you the link here in a week or so for the group seats for opening day for the White Sox. So I hope you can get a ticket.
Okay.
Matt,
Who we opening up against?
the San Francisco Giants.
Yes, yeah, the Giants. Me and Jay and Mac will be there. You'll be there, Bull. Other scumbags will be there. So It should be a good time. I got a call from my guy from the Sox today. He's like, "Yo, what's up?" Da 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 da. It's like, I ain't got the money right now. I'm gonna get the money this weekend and get it all set up. So it's
Can't
gonna be a
wait.
good time. April 4th, we're gonna be in the building. We're gonna be in the
April
sale. I
3rd.
mean, not the sale.
The 3rd or the 4th? Or
It's the
both?
3rd.
April 3rd, 3:15 first pitch. What I said, the sale, not the rate.
Hopefully, I've gone to a lot of home openers, but they always seem to rain like habitually.
Hey man, don't fuck. Why would you fucking say that?
I'm just saying, man. I got track records.
So that's a perfect way to wrap up the show. I just want to, before we get out of here, I just want to let you people know. Yohan Moncada, 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 Yohan Moncada. This has been the South Side of the Wall. Adios, people.